Good morning, students. In last class we talk about menstruation cycle, and in this lecture we study about the estrous cycle. Okay, always remember that menstruation cycle is happening in primates and estrous cycles is made in non-primates. Okay, so in majority of non-primates the female receive the male only at certain period of the year, and this period is called breeding season for that animal. Okay, so the sexual activities of the female occur cyclic, means outside these cycles the female do not have any sexual activity. Such a cycle is called estrous cycle. Estrous means heat. Okay, let example that the sexual activity of an adult bitch occur only in two season in a year, and in each season there is one estrous cycle, means the period in between these two season is called anestrus. Okay, so in some other species several estrous cycles occur in a season, and their female accept male partner for coitus only during the estrous cycle. Okay, means the estrous periods. So ovulation can occur in the estrous cycle also. Okay, a single estrous cycle can be divided into four phases. First one is proestrus phase, second one is estrus phase, third one is metastrus phase, and fourth one is anestrus phase. Okay, so what is proestrus phase? So proestrus phase is the first phase of estrus cycle, and in this phase swelling, increased vascularity of the vulva and vagina occur. So the uterus become enlarged and its gland hypertrophy. Okay, so the female organ are brought into a condition suitable for the reception of spermatozoa and fertilization of the ovum, means the Graafian follicle in the ovary undergo maturation in this time. Okay, this is all happening in proestrus period. Okay, means proestrus period is the first phase of estrous cycle where female organ are capable to take spermatozoa. Okay, second one is estrous cycle, means this is the period of heat. I already told you estrus means heat. Okay, the period when the female receive the male, ovulation take place as this phase. Okay, I already teach you about the ovulation period. Okay, ovulation day. In estrus period, this is when the heat period and the period when the female receive the male, and ovulation also take place at this phase. Third one is menstruous phase, means in this phase uterine mucosa and its gland show an increase in secretory activity, and corpus luteum develops. Thus the changes during menstruation are anticipatory to the implantation of the fertilized ovum in the uterus. Okay, so in the absence of pregnancy, means when there is no fertilization, the corpus luteum degenerate and the changes of the generative organ subsides. Meaning monoestrous animal, example like in bitch, the hypertrophied mucosa break down and is discharged. Okay, like in females, in primates, there is menstruation flow when endometrium will be not break. Okay, endometrium will be break. Okay, and if ovum is transplanted into the endometrium, then menstruation not happening, means in pregnant ladies menstruation is not happening over there. Okay, now in fourth period there, that one is anestrus period. Anestrus period means from sexual point of view this is the resting period. Okay, uh, the regulation of estrous cycle is similar, means in anestrus it is also called resting period, and in a monostrous animal like in which it lasts up to next mating season, means where the polyestrous animal the resting interval is short, only up to the next cycle. Okay, so the regulation of estrous cycle is similar to that of the menstrual cycle, and like in changes in the first half of the cycle are controlled by the estrogen, and those in the latter half by progesterone. However, it differs from the menstrual cycle in two respects. First, there is no menstrual at the end of an estrous cycle in spite of the breakdown of tissue in the female reproductive tract. And the second one, the near the time of ovulation at the middle of the cycle, and the high blood titer of estrogen, the strong sex urge in the female animal. And in this period, only the female receive the male and not during the rest of the cycle. Okay, so this is all about estrous cycle. I hope you understand that what is menstrual cycle, what is estrus cycle. If you talk about the difference between or estrus versus menstrual cycle, so animal in heat experience a brief strong sexual urge during the middle of the estrus cycle, but are not sexually receptive at any other time, while sexually receptive occur throughout the menstrual cycle. Okay. In physically, estrus prepare the female reproductive tract for copulation, where the menstrual cycle involve an elaborate preparation of the endometrium for the implantation of a fertilized egg. If fertilized does not occur and preparatory thickening of the uterine wall is in estrus animal is merely reabsorbed, wherein menstrual animal the hypertrophic lining of slot of an menstrual flow. So this is the main difference between estrus cycle and menstrual cycle. Okay, beta. Now in menstrual cycle there is two main concept is very important. First one is menarche. Okay, what is menarche? It is spelled like menarche. Menarche. Okay, means the appearance of the first menstrual flow in the life of a girl is called menarche. Okay, and the age at which menarche occur is normally between 10 to 13 years. Okay, and second one is menopause. Menopause means the permanent disappearance of menstrual cycle in life of a woman is called menopause, and it is generally happening between 45 to 50 years. Okay, beta. So during menopause, ovarian failure result in low estrogen and raised level of FSH and LH, means follicular stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone, and the fall in estradiol production leads to atrophy of the breast and the vaginal mucosa. Other change like in bone mass, okay, hot flushes in the skin are caused by the changes in vasomotor system controlling cutaneous vascularization. Okay, dizziness, headache, chest, neck pain, this all are common in this period. Okay, so this is all about estrous cycle, difference between estrous and menstrual cycle, and two main concept of menstrual cycle is menarche, means the first flow of blood in girl of life is called menarche, and the last menstruation period in woman's life it is between 45 to 40 years, that one is menopause. Okay, now we going with embryonic development and fertilization. Okay, as you see in your slide there is one ovum and there is lots of sperm which are trying to be fertilized ovum, they trying to be enter in ovum, and how they enter, how this is happening we studied here. Okay, so it is all understand by embryonic development process. Okay, means a study of development of an organism from fertilization to the formation of young one is known as embryogeny. Okay, I repeat it again, please listen it carefully. A study of the development of an organism from fertilization to the formation of young one is known as embryogeny. Okay, so in fact embryogeny include all changes by which a fertilized ovum, means a zygote, is transformed into an adult. Okay, means formation of sex cells or a gamete is said to be gametogenesis, and a special type of nuclear division is happening there, that when we called it meiosis. Okay, mean occur during the gametogenesis, and such as gamete contain only half or haploid number of chromosomes, and when male and female gamete unite at the time of fertilization, the zygote again has a full or diploid number of chromosomes. Okay, so the fertilized ovum pass through a series of dynamic changes and identifiable the stages and attain an adult organization, and the structure changes in zygote leading to the formation of adult form, and thus said to be a embryonic development. So this is a picture of fertilization, means how fertilization happening in mammals. So what is fertilization? The fusion of male sperm, as you see in the slide, the fusion of male sperm and the female ovum gametes to form zygote is called fertilization. Okay, And if we talk about the type of fertilization, fertilization is of two types. First one is external fertilization and second one is internal fertilization. Okay, so what is external fertilization? In lower vertebrates like fish and amphibians, fertilization normally occur outside the body of the female. Generally it is happening in water, and that one is called external fertilization. Okay, so what is internal fertilization? In higher vertebrates, okay, in higher vertebrates like reptiles, mammals and apes, fertilization occur within the body of female and it is known as internal fertilization. So this is main difference between external fertilization and internal fertilization. Okay, means fertilization bring together maternal and paternal chromosome and thus restore the diploid number of chromosomes. Means the process is of genetic significance because by bringing together chromosomes from two different parent, variability is introduced in zygote. Okay, beta. So this is definition of fertilization. Okay, so during coitus, semen is released by the penis into the vagina. This one is called insemination. Okay, and the motile sperm swim rapidly through the cervix and enter into the uterus and reach the ampullary isthmus junction in the oviduct. Oviduct is the another name of fallopian tube. Okay, and the sperm comes in contact with the zona pellucida layer of the ovum and induce changes in the membrane to block the entry of additional sperm. Okay, means most of time board questioning what is the function of zona pellucida. Okay, so you have to be right there that zona pellucida block the entry of additional sperm after the fertilization. Okay, and the enzyme of the acrosome of the sperm. If we talk about the structure of sperm, their head has made acrosome and they help to dissolve zona pellucida and plasma membrane of the ovum, and sperm head is allowed to enter into the cytoplasm of the ovum. This include competition of meiosis second to form secondary oocyte and second polar body. Ultimately, diploid zygote is produced by the fusion of sperm and ovum. In this slide, there is most of question happening in board like which sperm is fertilized ovum first. Means they will be named that A, B and C. Like A fertilize very fast because it is near the ovum. The second one is little bit far, and third one is most far from the ovum. So near sperm we call A sperm. Okay, so A fertilize ovum first. This type of questioning happening in board many times. Okay, so beta if we talk about the fertilization in mammals, means in human as an example. So in the human female, fertilization takes place inside the fallopian tube. Okay, so if you talk about maturation is spermatozoa, the fully formed spermatozoa means we know the what is the fertilization, but means how fertilization is happening in mammals. So as we told that fertilization takes place inside the fallopian tube, and how it happening means the fully formed spermatozoa. As we study in spermatogenesis, what is spermatozoa? So the fully formed spermatozoa as passed through the female genital passage undergo the process of maturation. Okay, so they acquire some motility only after they reach the epididymis. Okay, this means the secretion of epididymis, seminal vesicle and prostate have a stimulating effect on spermatozoa, but they become fully motile only after ejaculation. Okay, only after they release from the penis of male. Okay, so spermatozoa acquire the ability to fertilize the ovum only after they have been in the female genital tract for some time, and this final step is their maturation is not known as capacitation. Okay, many time board raise question what is capacitation. So the final step where spermatozoa acquire the ability to fertilize the ovum after they have only after they have been in the female genital tract for some time. This one is step is in their maturation is known as capacitation. Okay, so this is about spermatozoa. Okay, And what about ovum? So if you talk about this ovum, we have to be know study about the structure of ovum. Okay, so ovum in human is alcithel. Okay, ALECITHAL, acithel. It is most devoid of yolk and has bulky cytoplasm and a centrally located nucleus. Okay, when it is not fully mature and really a secondary oocyte is measured approximately 100 mm in diameter. Okay, uh, and remain surrounded by a secreted transparent non-cellular layer, that one is called zona pellucida. Okay, and an investment of readily elongated follicle cells in present outside this layer, which is known as corona radiata, as you see in the slide. Okay, that this type of cell we call corona radiata. And what is function of corona radiata? Like, what is the function of zona pellucida? Zona pellucida block the entry of additional sperm after fertilization. As same form, corona radiata remain stick to the outside of the zona pellucida between the cell membrane and the zona pellucida at distinct space said to be a prevatiline space in present there. The okay, so the first polar body which separate from the ovum during the first meiotic division, if you have remembered the process of oogenesis, there is meiotic division. So when the first polar body which separate from the ovum during the first meiotic division lie in this space, the region of the ovum which extrudes means polar body and receives sperm is called animal pole, and the pole of the ovum opposite to the animal pole is known as vegetal pole. Okay, so this is the structure of ovum. Okay, now as we see that there is sperm, there is ovum, which the sperm get first fertilized ovum, we have to be know about the coitus. Okay, so what is coitus? Means the passageway for semen to the external bud in urethra, means a channel inside the penis that transfers spermatozoa from a male to the female. Means in during coitus activity, uh, means at the same time the drainage also obstructed, means astrial dilution in conjugation with venous observation lead to the retention of blood within the penis, which is turn cause the penis to enlarge and to become hard, a phenomena called erection. And this facility the limp penis to penetrate the female vagina, and the climax of the act is orgasm, orgasm. Okay, which for the male ejaculate or discharge semen. Okay, and during this the heart rate increases, blood pressure rises, and emotional excitement reaches, and the rhythmic contraction of muscle in the testis, epididymis, and vas deferens is happening. At the same time, the nucleus of the prostate gland and seminal vesicle contract, pouring the secretion into the urethra. And when penis is filled with spermatozoa and secreted, contraction of muscle at its base cause ejaculated. And after ejaculation, the penis subsided, and an enormous number of spermatozoa, about 400 million, are coinated in the average ejaculation time. But not all reach the ovum. Only those sperms which are healthy, their tail and head are form in perfect position, they get fertilized. The only one of them, only one of them from 400 million, 400 sperms, or of 400 million of sperms, only one get fertilized the egg. Okay, so during coitus, semen containing million of spermatozoa in the vagina, and the site of fertilization in fallopian tube, spermatozoa have to travel greater distance through the female genital tract, beside the chemical hazard of the form of strong acid secretion. And actively motile spermatozoa move in the female genital tract, and after introducing the vagina, spermatozoa reach the uterine tube, and the contraction of uterine and tubal muscular also exert a sucking effect. Okay, in the normal acid reaction of vagina, spermatozoa cannot survive long periods, and most of the spermatozoa die in the vagina, and the surviving long migrate upwards and enter the uterus through cervix. Okay, So in this phase, means in the favorable phase of the menstrual cycle, they can be survive for about 72 hours in uterus and fallopian tube, and only one spermatozoon out of million reach the ovum in fallopian tube by overcoming with several mechanical obstacles during the course of this pathway. Okay. So fertilization of a ovum occur in the ampular stimulus junction of the fallopian tube. Okay. So this is all about fertilization. We called it fertilization. Okay. Now in next slide, here we go. This one is the picture of implantation. Okay, this one the picture of implantation means when zygote divide rapidly by mitotic means one time sperm and egg get fertilized. Okay, we already talked about in first slide with some them. Okay, uh, what about in implantation? Zygote divide rapidly by mitotic division as it moves through the isthmus of oviduct toward the uterus, and this is called cleavage. Okay, as a result, 2, 4, 8, 16 daughter cells are produced, which are termed as blastomia. Okay, this one is called blastomia. An embryo with 8 to 16 blastomia, 8 to 16 cell stage of blastomia, we called it morula. M-O-R-U-L-A, morula. Okay. So the morula continue to divide and transform into a large mass cell. That one is called blastocyst, which passes further into the uterus, and the blastomere in the blastocyst are arranged into an outer layer called trophoblast. Okay, and an inner group of cell attached to a trophoblast called inner cell mass. So the trophoblast layer get attached to the cell of the endometrium, and in inner cell mass give rise to the embryo, and after attachment the cell of endometrium divide rapidly and cover the blastocyst. So the blastocyst get embedded in the endometrium of the uterus, and this is called implantation. Means when blastocyst cell is embedded in the endometrium in the uterus, this process is called implantation, and it leads to pregnancy. Okay, so I hope you understand what is the importance of endometrium in pregnancy and menstrual cycles. Okay, this is implantation process. We also describe it in next lecture, because implantation there, how two cell stages form, how four cells form, how morula is formed, how blastocyst is formed. There is many questions which they that what is the blastocyst, what is blastocoil, what is trophoblast. Okay, so we discuss all about this in next lecture. I hope you understand this all concept. If you have any question, we have Zoom classes. Please attach with Zoom classes, join your Zoom class properly. Okay, thank you.